Okay, good morning. There they are. Okay, we ready? Let's get the party going. It's all about the party, right? Take a nice big deep breath. Your feet are wide. Sweep the arms up and then put them back down. Just do that a few more times. Try to find a big breath as the arms go up and then just relax your breath. Let it go as they come down. Now on this one, when we come down, we're going to sweep the arms back by our side and do a little half fold. You're going to hold this little half fold, retract the shoulders, get your belly in, and try to keep your legs straight if you can. Now lift the hands up a little higher in the back. And now come back up and sweep them up. Keep them a little wide, just so you can broaden and pull the shoulders apart. Come back down. Hands are nice and high and the arms are long. You're pulling those shoulders back so you can proud out the chest. Now come back up. Last time here. You're going to clasp the fingers together and push them up. Try to get the arms nice and long. Now lower them just a little bit and I want you to pull the shoulders forward and up. And then retract them, let the hands come down a little, pull the shoulders forward so you're feeling a big separation in the upper back. And then pull them back. Come down with the arms just to the height of the chest. Pull them forward. And then press them back. Release the arms. Big deep breath. And then do a nice slow swan dive. We're going to take it all the way down. We're going to bring our feet hip width apart. Once we get down there, let your head go. So if you can unweight the upper body, go for it. If it just feels good to hang wherever it is that you are, that's fine. Get some good blood flow to your face here. Take big deep breaths. I want you to feel the ribs expand. Walk your hands all the way forward to plank, taking small steps with your legs straight if you can. And then when you get to plank, obviously you're up on your toes. We're going to step the feet into bear. And just hang here for a second on the tippy toes so you get a nice stretch in the feet. And now we're going to put the knees down and go right into some cat-cows. You go at your pace. This is a feel-good stretch moment. Try to explore different angles, shifting those hips back maybe. Okay, come on to the tops of your feet and let's open up the knees, maybe to the width of the mat, and then sit back on your feet as you slide the hands forward. Take them to the corners of your mat or beyond, and just sort of focus on getting the chest going down towards the floor. So the arms are not on the floor, just the palms. Just take some big deep breaths here. It's a nice little groin stretch. So you're keeping your forehead off the floor just so that you challenge those neck muscles. It gives you an opportunity to work them. Okay, let's come back up. Bring the knees in so they're underneath your hips. We're going back to the cat-cows. Let's do 3 or 4. Okay, let's slide the feet back and let's all meet in a plank position. And from here, you're going to pull the chest through the arms to your down dog. Push those heels to the floor. Now, baby steps with your feet forward. towards the hands. You're gonna inhale to a flat back. Reverse swan dive all the way back up, flip the palms, reach for the ceiling. And then relax. Okay, so your left foot's going forward and your right leg is going backwards. So you're in a split lunge. I want you to give me a big bend in your front knee, and you can put both hands on that front leg. So right now I'm focusing on getting a nice release through your back calf muscle. So if you're not feeling it, slide that foot a little further back. Keep this big bend in your front knee and keep pushing that heel down towards the floor. Just hang on this spot and breathe. You can lean forward a little bit with your upper body so you get a little bit of activation in that left glute. Okay, so from this position, I want you to lift up that heel in the back, as high as it'll go. And then slowly lower it back down. Hold on that spot. Please make sure that right leg is completely straight. Give me as much of a bend in this front leg as you can with a small lean forward. Now let's get up off that back heel one last time, all the way to that pad of the foot. And then let's push that heel down again. Big bend in your front leg, lean forward. Take your hands all the way down to the floor, step back, meet me in plank. Hold on this plank. Let's do some scapular retraction. So push away from the floor and then lower the chest down towards the floor. Do that 4 more times. Push away, lower down. So you're going nice and slow. Nice. Now start walking those feet forward up to the hands. Inhale to a flat back. Shift your hips backwards and then reverse swan dive all the way up. Flip your palms, reach for the ceiling. And then relax. Step your left leg back this time. Give me a big bend in this right leg. So let's make sure you feel a really big tug in that left calf muscle. If not, slide that leg a little further back. Little bit of a lean with the upper body. So your heel in the back should be able to get down on the floor. So you got to find that sweet spot. Now let's get nice and high on the toes on the back foot. Keep your front bend. And then slowly lower that heel back down. Elevate up. And slowly back down. Keeping that bend, pushing that heel down, a little bit more of a lean with the upper body. One last time, lift up. And lower. Nice. Now take your hands slowly down to the floor and let's all meet in plank. We're going to do a nice slow hover all the way down to the mat. So go nice and slow. A little bit of work for the upper body. Once you're down there, come up onto your forearms. We're stretching out our lower back and your six-pack muscle. So just hang out here and breathe. Now, while you're here, think about pulling the shoulders apart and pressing those elbows into the floor. Should feel a big stretch through the tummy. The legs are just chilling. Now, while you hold this, Even though it might seem hard to do, I want you to draw the belly in. Okay, let's put the chest down on the floor and let's bring our hands right beside the chest. Let's take those elbows, squeeze them into each other, lift the chest off the floor using the erectus spinae muscles that run along your spine. Now keep drawing the belly in and just hold on this spot while you breathe 3 more big breaths. Okay, release the chest to the floor, turn your head to the side, just relax everything. Keep your hands by your chest, as we're not going to be here for long. Okay, face picks up, look down at the floor. You're going to lift up to a straight arm here. Let's tuck the toes under, and let's lift our hips up and take them back in slow motion over your heels. So you're not going to sit on the heels, but once they're back there, I want you to try to slide your hands out. And think about lowering the chest towards the floor. You can walk your hands to the width of the mat, so you're creating space. Now take that left palm and just roll it so it faces up towards the ceiling. And then lift that hand off the floor. Feel how hard it is for that arm to stay straight. Close it and relax. Do the same on the right. Open, lift, and then reach. So the hand's only maybe a few inches off the floor, but the most important thing is to get the arm long. Do the same on the other side again. Open, lift, and reach. Relax it, other side. Forehead is off the floor. You're keeping your neck nice and long. Switch again. Switch again. And one last one. Switch. And then come back up onto all fours. We're coming back to our cat-cows. It's the theme of the day. Shift your hips back while you're arching the back, and then reverse it. Come forward. Take it back. Round your back. Push away from the floor. Come forward, look up. One last one. Okay, from this kneeling position, we're going to meet in a small downward facing dog. Heels to the floor. Should be easy now that we've stretched out these lower legs. A little more work for the upper body when you have a small dog. Let's make it even smaller. Walk your feet forward. Walk them forward. And meet me in a full forward fold. Let's cross the arms and let the head go. Breathe 5 big, huge breaths. Okay, release the arms. Now we're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time, nice and slowly, till we all meet in a standing tall position. Open up your chest, sweep your palms to face forward, take them backwards. So you're really focusing on crowding out the chest here. Stand tall. You're always trying to lift up out of your hips. Nice. Now, speaking of hips, we're just going to do a little hinge. So you've got a forward lean. Feel the difference in the amount of that effort going into that back. Now come back up. So keep everything the same, just hinge forward. Come back up. We're going to do it one last time. Maybe lean a little more, getting all the weight going into the heels. And then stand up and relax. Nice job. We're going to step the left foot forward and the right leg back. Give me a bigger space between the front and back. Sweep the arms out to the side. So right now, this is a hip flexor stretch. So I want you to feel it right in this front right hip. So if you're not, you might need to step your right leg a little further back. Take your gaze, look up. Give me long and strong arms. Nice. Just relax and breathe. Now, lift up high on the toes on the back foot. And just hold that spot. You're still getting the hip flexor stretch, but you're bringing a little more muscle to the party. Okay, from here, arms go out to the side, heel pushes towards the floor. We're going to come down nice and slow till our hands are on the floor, and then we're going to step back to plank. We're going to do a very slow hover and meet in our up dog position. We're going to tuck the toes under, right to your down dog. Driving both heels towards the floor with a straight leg. Walk your feet up towards the hands. Inhale to a flat back. And then slow reverse swan dive all the way back up. Flip the palms, reach for the ceiling. And relax the arms. Step your right leg back. Oh no, sorry. Step your left one, just kidding. Seeing if you're paying attention. Sweep those arms up. Nice little hip flexor stretch for that left leg. Hold here. Get a little higher on that back foot. This should feel like work for the arms, not this. This is just, everything is just sort of hanging. It's not really doing much. This is engaging muscle and working on flexibility and endurance of that muscle. Okay, arms are going to come down nice and slow. Start to lean forward, bending through that front leg so you can get your hands down. We're going to step back to plank. We're doing that nice little hover again, nice and slow, right to up dog. You can elevate off the knees if you like. Makes it a little more challenging for the upper body. Draw the belly in when you're here. Okay, tuck those toes under, hips up, so you're in your regular plank position. Pick your left foot up. I'd like that leg to be straight. Switch to the other one. Put it down. Meet me in your downward dog. 5 big breaths. Baby steps to the middle of the mat. Inhale to a flat back. Reverse swan dive all the way back up. Flip the palms, reach for the ceiling. And then relax the arms. We're going to do pyramid stretch. So let's start with your left foot forward and the right leg back. So how far apart should the feet be? As long as you can get both heels down and both legs straight. So inch your front foot forward a little more, but still keep the back heel down. Play around with the angle. Hands to heart. Keeping both legs straight, you're going to lean over your front leg. Just halfway to start. Hold your hands at your heart, bring your torso down till it's parallel to the floor. Don't drop the face. Hold on this and breathe. Now, without changing anything else, I'm going to ask you to rotate both your shoulders towards the left side of your room. Feeling the outer hip of the left side. Do a little work here. Hold that rotation. Just breathe. Remember, both of your legs are staying straight. Come back. Take your hands to your shin. Slide them down. Keep those hips nice and square. So we're doing this in stages, and this time we added that nice little rotation. Now we're going to flex the spine, relax the head, and fold over the front leg. So fingertips on the floor, but please don't put any weight into them unless you must. Okay, we're going to add in a little rotation again. So you're going to take your right hand to your ankle. You're going to start to rotate the spine again to the left side of the room as you bring your left hand up to your hip. Just look to the left. It's also a little bit of a balance challenge here because you have not repositioned the feet. And slowly come on back. We're going to take both hands to the shin and walk them up the leg. And you're going to step your back foot forward. Big deep breath. Let's do a nice slow swan dive. Come all the way down. Put your hands on the floor. Step back to your plank. Let's do that nice slow hover. And take it to up dog. Off the knees if you can. Hold here, draw the belly in. Try to pull your heels towards each other. Okay, let's tuck the toes under, hips up in line with your back. You're in your high plank position. Keep the legs nice and straight. We're going to take baby steps with our hands back to our feet. So you're going to be in the back of your mat. Once you get there, shift those hips back, walk your hands forward. Your spine is long. Little stretch for your lats. Keep your head wherever you don't feel a strain in your neck. And now from here, just come all the way back up, sweep the arms up to the ceiling, and then relax them. Nice. Step your right foot forward. So pigeon on this side. We've got both legs locked out straight. We have both heels down. I'm shifting my front foot a little more forward, just to add a little intensity. But I want you to still feel stable. I don't want you to feel like if a wind came, you'd fall over. Bring your hands to heart. I want you to come halfway down. And if you are struggling with balance, maybe you have your feet too far apart. Once you're halfway down and you've got your hands at your heart, I'd like you to keep them there and just rotate to look to the right side of your room. Rotate your torso, little spinal twist. Keeping both legs straight, your belly in. Oh my goodness. So much to focus on. Okay, square those shoulders. Take the hands to the shin. Walk them down. Your spine is still long, right? You haven't rounded your back yet. Hold on this spot. Now let's take the left hand to the ankle. Take your right hand to your hip. Now give me that rotation again. As best you can. Take it there and just hold and breathe. Okay, let's bring the hand back to the leg. You're going to take your fingers to the floor. Let the head go. Fold over that front leg. Enjoy. Try not to put any weight in your hands. They're just there to help you with balance should you need it. Okay, inhale to a flat back. Bend your front leg. Bend at the knee. Hands down, step back plank. From the high plank, we're going to go into pigeon. If you prefer to do figure four in your back, go for it. I'm going to start with my left leg. Bring that foot up behind the right hand. Start to slide your right leg back. Come on down nice and slow. So stage one would be to be on your forearms. Most important, I'd like you to stay off your left hip. The focus here is about getting your right hip flexor down to the floor. If you want to put your head down, slide your arms out, just take 6 big breaths. Okay, lift it up, back to the hands, step back to plank. Let's take it right to a down dog. You're here for 5 big breaths while you lift the heels up off the floor as high as you can. Okay, pull forward to plank. We're going to take the right foot up behind the left hand, sliding your left leg back this time. Down onto the forearms. Get your focus. You can either hang out here if this feels good, or take it all the way out with your head down. 6 big breaths. Okay, back up to the hands, step back, meet me in your plank. And from plank right to a down dog. We're going to step our left foot all the way forward between your hands. So you're in what we call a runner's lunge. Slide your right leg back. And just hold on this spot. You're on your fingertips. You're trying not to put weight into your arms here. Your back leg is straight and you're going to take your chest and your gaze, proud it out and look forward. Now, take the right hand to the mat, take the left hand inside that front leg. From here, you're going to lift the hips up and back so your front leg is straight. And then bend it. And then straighten it. And bend it. And one more time. Come forward with a big bend. Put your left knee down on the floor. Take the hips all the way back. Point the toes of that left foot up towards the ceiling. Come forward. Look up. And then take it back. Toes up. So the front leg is straight. Bring it forward one last time. Tuck those toes under on the back. Come off the knee. Take the left hand to the outside, step back plank. Do a nice slow hover. Meet me in your up dog. Come off the knees if you can. Hold here and breathe. Tuck your toes under, hips up. You're in plank. And downward facing dog. 5 big breaths. Okay, this time we step the right foot forward. You're right in that runner's lunge. Fingertips only. Now straighten that front leg. Stay up on the toes on the back foot. Keep that back heel up. Bend your front leg, runner's lunge. Lift up, straighten the leg. And lower. And last one, lift up. And lower. Take the left hand down to the floor, bring your right hand inside the right foot. Let your hips come down nice and low. Great groin stretch. Now let's take the left knee to the floor. Hips they go all the way back as you straighten the front leg, toes up on the right foot. Hands stay on the floor so you're getting the benefit of that upper body stretch. Now bring it forward. Look forward. Take it back. Toes up, legs straight. Now, if the leg doesn't go straight, it's just something that you can work towards, right? Look up and back straight, toes up. Nice, come forward again. Take the right hand to the outside of the right foot. Come off your back knee, step back plank. Meet me in your downward facing dog. We're going to sweep the left leg back and up, open the left hip, bend at the knee, and lift your knee up towards the ceiling. High on the toes, on the right foot. Do the same on the other side. Sweep it back, open the hip, bend at the knee, lift the knee. Relax that foot down, come back to plank. Step your feet in so the knees are under the hips, you're in bear. Squeeze your knees together and then open them. Squeeze and open and squeeze and open, and do it 5 more times. Squeeze, open, squeeze, keep the knees low, open. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. And put the knees down. Right to child's pose of your choice. Relax, give me 6 big, huge breaths. Okay, come on back up. Did that not feel good? Okay, you're gonna kick those feet out. We're gonna sit up nice and tall, but with our legs far apart. Toes up towards the ceiling. Spine is nice and long. Bring the arms out in front. Keep the arms nice and long. I want you to lean forward. You have no flexion in your spine. Broaden, so you're trying to pull the shoulders apart and reach the arms long with a nice big forward lean. Should feel like work, but you're getting a nice stretch through your inner thighs. Now take it back, sit up tall as you can be, with the belly in, super duper important. Arms come up. Not easy to do. Take your gaze, look up if that feels better for your neck. Now bring the arms back, parallel to the floor. Give me that nice lean forward again. You're trying to reach to touch the front of your room with your hands. Take it back, sit up tall, sweep the arms up. A lot of thoracic spine work going on here. It's really good for you. I always say the stuff that's the hardest or that you hate the most is what we should be focusing on, right? Finding our little areas of weakness and trying to make them stronger. Okay, let's take the hands to the floor. So right now my arms are reaching out nice and long. My hands are shoulder width, maybe a little wider. I'm going to just try, without rounding my back, to lower my elbows to the floor. So I'm still with a long spine. And then lift off the elbows. And then lower. And lift. Walk them out a little further if you can. Don't be afraid to explore. That's how you build flexibility. It's not with forcing, it's exploring. Lower the elbows. Lift them. Maybe a little more forward with the arms. Lower those elbows. Come up, walk your hands back. We're going to turn to face our left knee and foot. So you're twisting the chest. Lean over that leg, take hold of the foot if you can get it. And then lower those elbows down to the floor or towards the floor, depending on your flexibility. Elbows up, walk your hands back. Let's do the same on the opposite side. Start out nice and long. Turn to face the right leg. Walk it down. And just be looking at that right knee. Take hold of the foot. Lower the elbows. So good. Okay, walk it back up. You're gonna bring your feet in. We're gonna take the right foot inside the left leg. Have your left heel sort of on the edge of the mat. And now walk down, see if you can hold your foot. You can always use a towel around the foot or a band just to help you. Come on back down. And while you're holding this, I want you to see if you can take that right knee using muscle and push it down towards the floor. Okay, bring it up. Extend the right leg out, switch sides. Walk it out, find that foot, lower those elbows. Now take that left knee, try to press it down towards the floor while you stay here and breathe 3 or 4 more nice big breaths. Okay, take it back up. We're gonna do some pelvic rocking and a little massage for our upper glutes. So lie down with your legs bent. Relax the upper body. You wanna be nice and flat on the shoulder blades. Now roll your pelvis up and then roll it forward. When it's forward, you're creating space between the floor and the low back. And just keep oscillating between the two, going nice and slow, like 3 counts to move down, 3 counts to move up. Okay, I want you to come back to some neutral place where you feel comfortable with your legs bent. I want you to slide your feet out a little bit so you don't have as big of a bend in the knee, but the legs are still definitely bent. Now, take your arms, open them out to the side like an airplane with your palms facing up. Now take your gaze, roll side to side to see if your shoulders and wrists are in the same line. Now proud out the chest, let the knees fall to the right and lift them back up. Let them go left. Keep your shoulder blades flat on the floor and then oscillate the knees going side to side. Now step the feet in a little closer and continue side to side. Again, we're just exploring different angles. Step them in a little closer, keep going. And you might find a spot that feels really good for you and you may want to stay there. I'm going to try to bring my feet in. Now I've got them in as far as I can get them in, and I'm just continuing with the legs going up and down. It's a nice little way to massage the hips and glutes. Okay, take the legs, extend them all the way down along the floor. Lift your arms up to the ceiling, palms face. Point your toes, spread your fingers wide, and then take the arms back till you feel the thumbs touch the floor. Hold that spot. While you're here, think about trying to lower the ribs. Now open the arms a little wider, find the thumbs back hovering above the floor. Might feel a little bit more challenging to do this. And if you need to lift the arms up so the thumbs are not on the floor to do it, that's fine. Open them out to the side even more. And now bring them up to the ceiling with your palms facing backwards, the back of your room. Now, take them a third of the way back. Keep your palms facing the back of the room. Take them a little lower. A little lower. Try to sink your rib cage. Hold. They're hovering a few inches off the floor, maybe. Now, open them a little wider. Lift them back up, palms still face the back. Take them back halfway. Now, we're gonna hold on this spot and floss. So you're gonna spiral the palms to face out and then the other way. So just keep rotating the arms out and in while you hold them halfway back. Do it 3 more times. Now bring the arms forward, slide your knees in, give yourself a nice big hug. Pulling those knees into the chest, gentle rock side to side. Little circle. Other way. Nice. Rock and roll up. Come all the way up onto your toes. Nice and high on the toes. So you're lifting the heels up, driving the knees together with your arms. Now come into a full fold, and we're going to round up 1 vertebrae at a time. Take a nice big deep breath, sweep the arms up, and I thank you so much for your power and your strength today. Woohoo! There we go.
Thank you.